Today is a very special day in history because it's the birthday of modern rocketry. On this day, July 14, 1914, American engineer Robert H. Goddard was granted the first ever patent for a liquid-propelled rocket. Before this, rockets were largely seen as impractical and unfeasible, mostly because everyone thought that the amount of energy required to launch one into space would be astronomical. And even if you could get it off the ground, how would you control it? Goddard's invention changed all of that. Goddard, who was a professor of mechanics at Worcester Polytechnic Institute, had been working on his rocket design since 1906 after becoming fascinated by the idea of space travel. His initial research was focused on developing a new type of artillery for the U.S. Army, but quickly expanded to include the concept of a multi-stage rocket propelled by liquid fuels. By 1913, he'd built a prototype and conducted a series of successful tests, achieving a maximum altitude of 100 feet and a speed of 60 miles per hour. The following year, 1914, he filed for a patent, and on this day, July 14, 1914, it was granted. The patent covered a system for propelling objects by means of a rocket, which consisted of a combustion chamber, a nozzle, and a set of wings for steering. The key innovation was the use of liquid fuel, which allowed for a much more efficient and powerful rocket engine than had been possible before. With this invention, Goddard essentially laid the groundwork for all of the space exploration that has come after. After all, every rocket that has launched into space is doing so thanks to the pioneering work of this one man. Sadly, Goddard would not live to see the launch of the first rocket. He died in 1945, but not before seeing the potential of his invention. Just a few years after he was granted his patent, the U.S. Army began to show interest in his work, and by the end of World War I, he'd been hired by the military to develop new weapons. After the war, Goddard continued to work on improving rocket technology, and he founded the American Rocket Society, which later became known as the National Association of Rocketry. He was truly a visionary whose work paved the way for some of the greatest achievements of the 20th century. So today, we celebrate the birthday of modern rocketry and all of the amazing things that have come from it, including the ability to explore the vast expanse of space and search for life beyond our planet. It is amazing to think that it was only 108 years ago that the first liquid-fueled rocket was invented. And since then, we've gone from that to landing astronauts on the moon and launching satellites into orbit around the Earth. Who knows what the next 108 years will bring? Maybe we'll be living on Mars or traveling to other planets just like it's a sci-fi movie. Anything is possible. So happy birthday, modern rocketry. Thank you for opening up the world of space exploration to us. And thank you for all of the amazing things that you've brought to humanity. This has been your host. And until next time, keep looking up.